So you want to start affiliate marketing, but you're waiting for permission, waiting to feel qualified, waiting to be an expert first. You don't need permission. No one's going to give it to you anyways, right? So you found a product that you like. You want to promote it, but you hesitate. Like, who am I to recommend this, right? I'm not an expert. I'm not certified. I haven't made millions, right? What if people think I'm not qualified? What if they ask questions I can't answer, right? What if I'm not good enough to promote this? What if, fill in the blank, right? So you wait, research more, learn more, try to become an expert first, right? Meanwhile, someone else is promoting the same product. They're not an expert either. They just used it, liked it, shared it, and that's it, right? They're not claiming to be the world's leading authority. They're just saying this worked for them, right? And it might work for you too. And people are buying, not because the person promoting it is an expert, but because the recommendation feels real. You're waiting for credentials you don't need. They're sharing experiences they actually have, right? You're trying to become qualified, and they're just being helpful. That's the difference. Permission versus action, right? And feeling unqualified is understandable, right? You look at people with massive followings, years of experience, proven track records. And then you look at yourself. You're just starting. You don't have these credentials. You don't have that authority, right? It makes sense why you would hesitate, why you would want more experience first, why you would want permission. But the thing is, nobody gives you permission. You take it, and you don't need what you think you need, right? Pay attention to this. Number one, people buy from people who have been where they are, right? Not from experts they can't relate to, right? You think people want expert advice from someone who's been successful for 20 years, right? They don't. That person is too far ahead, like too disconnected from where beginners actually are. But you just figured this out, right? You remember what it's like to be confused, right? To be stuck, to not know where to start, right? That's valuable. You speak their language. You understand their problems. You remember the questions they're asking. Experts forget what it's like to be a beginner, right? You haven't. That makes you more helpful, not less. Number two, you're not claiming to be an expert, right? You're sharing what worked. That's a difference between saying, I'm the world's leading authority, and saying, this helped me and it might help you, right? One requires credentials and the other requires honesty. You don't need permission to say, I used this product and got results, right? That's just your experience. Nobody can argue with that. You're not teaching, you're recommending, right? Like telling a friend about a restaurant you liked. You don't need a culinary degree for that, right? Number three, waiting to feel qualified means you'll never start. You think one day you'll wake up and feel ready, feel qualified, or feel like an expert. That day doesn't come because the feeling of being qualified only comes after you've done it for a while, right? You build authority by taking action, not by waiting until you feel like you have it, right? Every expert started unqualified. They just didn't let that stop them. They started anyways, right? Built trust over time, became authorities by doing, not by waiting, right? So how do you start recommending products when you don't feel qualified? How do you get past that hesitation? Your mindset is 95% of this. You need to stop waiting for permission nobody's going to give you, right? You need to separate being helpful from being an expert. You need to start sharing what works and not what you think you need to prove. But you also need a simple framework, right? How to choose products you can actually recommend, how to share them authentically, how to build trust without claiming expertise that you don't have. I put together a free guide that walks you through exactly that. And this is the guide I wish I had when I started. It's free because I want you to actually start and not just keep researching, right? The link is in the description if you want to check it out. Grab it, read it, and take action today. And drop a fire emoji if you're done waiting for permission and starting anyways. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.